Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So recently Tonto Dikeh made a post in which people feel like she's announcing that she's about to leave the world, if you know what I mean. And there's so many speculations about it. Let me read to you guys exactly what she posted. She said, "If I pass away unexpectedly, remind my kids every time you see them how much I love them and how I would do anything in this world for them. This is all I want." Do you know, actually I was thinking to myself, I thought she has only one child, so I don't know what she meant by my kids. If anybody understands, you can leave that in the comment section below. But anyways, personally, when I see something like that, I wouldn't typically think too far, because you see, in Africa or Nigeria, okay, let me speak for Nigeria, we actually have this thing about people don't want to talk about exits, dying, leaving this world. We don't, oh God forbid, it's like they feel like if they say it, it will not happen. It will happen when it will happen. And we, to a great extent, it's like a taboo subject. And in my job as a nurse, I have come to, I see people dying. No matter how many times you see it, it doesn't make it less painful to see people leave. But you know, especially when you see the families coming and they are mourning and stuff like that, and upset and all of that. And no matter how old people are, there's still that thing about this person is gone, we're never going to see the person again. But there's something I have come to see about Western society is they talk about exit like this. I have a friend that sells doors and windows, right? And he speaks about how elderly people come in and they be like, you know, how many years would that door last? How many years would that window last? You know, oh yeah, if you tell them, okay, it's going to last another 15 years or whatever, you know, oh yeah, that would last me until I'm gone. They speak about it like this. Do you know there's something they called, is it death cleaning or something like that? I forgot. If I find the word, I'll put it on the screen, where people actually clean out their homes for, in case, God forbid, they leave this world. Nobody needs to come and worry about where should this go, who should get this, who should get, especially the elderly. When they are getting up to a certain age, they begin to get rid of some stuff and begin to say, okay, you, when I go, this is you. You can have this, you can have that. You see that kidney there? They declutter their homes, give to charity and clear it, because they feel like, I don't want when I'm gone, other people to have to come and go through it and start worrying about where this should go or where that should go. But we are so far away from that in our culture. If you speak about death or dying, people are like, don't talk about it. As if the speaking about it is what makes it happen. It will happen when it will happen. Personally, when I saw it, I didn't think too much about the post, but people started, you know, I don't think she ever explained what she meant. Did she just say it to say, okay, if anything ever happens? Because anybody can die unexpectedly. Anybody can. You know what I mean? So people say God forbid. People that say God forbid, it can still happen to people that said God forbid. So I'm just speaking about, I'm not going to come here and tell you to, you know, talk about that easily. No, that's not what I'm telling you. But I'm just making us remember that it is something that would happen. And if you have the privilege to have your plans ahead, God forbid, your enemies, okay, if your enemies, let me know, because I know in Nigeria that no, but let's say your enemies, that's how we say it in Nigeria, if your enemy was to pass on suddenly and there are some things they didn't tell, I don't know, I think it's better for people to say it, God forbid. But if something happens, there's that thing about, okay, I clarify that, I made that known, I know, do you know what I mean? I mean, I don't know, it's going to be hard for people to take a message like what I'm saying, right? Even when they are old, they still don't say, make things, even when you see an elderly man dies and then the children are fighting. If those elderly men had shared it, everybody your own, while they are alive, it may even prevent the katakata in a lot of cases. So possibly she's just saying, God forbid if I'm not here, can people always make sure my children know that I love them? She didn't say she's going today and tomorrow. You know, on the other angle, you know, she said unexpectedly. It can, anybody's life can end unexpectedly. But speaking about unexpectedly, you know, I think people's mind may go about, you know, she has done, you know, she never hid it, but you know what, this, she has done some plastic surgeries here and there. It may come and say across as if, is she going for another procedure, and she's thinking, if God forbid I don't make it, you know, let this information be passed to my children, whatever. But I personally, you know, I'm a fan of people saying their minds while they're around, rather than when they go, people are starting, you know, forget about even telling them you love them or stuff like that. There are other areas where it's nice to know people's minds all the time. But even if somebody is unconscious, people will say, no, he is unconscious, she's unconscious, but don't do this, because he would never like that. He always said that he doesn't like this. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, there's something about making sure that people speak the truth about you when you're no longer available to speak for yourself. You get my point? People to know your, how, like, even your wishes and what you prefer to be done in your absence, even when you're not available. to make people know what you would like to be done. That is how I see that topic. But anyways, on the other hand, then is about Regina Daniels. There's this rumor that, oh, she's done surgery, she's done BBL, she's done. I personally, I don't know. You see, I cannot say 100%, but I don't think she's done anything. That girl has never been a skinny person. Her mother is not skinny, right? If you look at her, I feel like it's weight gain. She's had babies. Normally, when you have babies, some part of the body must expand. And if you look at it, it's not only her back. You see, it's to say she gained weight only for her bum or hips. You now say, oh, it's BBL. But if you look at her arms, she gained weight on her arms as well. She's gained weight on her cheeks. So I see it as a general weight gain. She has 2 children now. It'll be more now. I personally do not think it's surgery. Although, there was a time we were saying that it's like she did something to her lips. And that one looked a bit like it's true, because if you look at her lips before and her lips now, they're a bit fuller, right? You know, they're a bit fuller. They're not the way they used to look. So that one, I was like, oh, let's say she do something. Let me say this. Anybody has a right to do whatever they want to do with their bodies. I will always say it. I have nothing, personally, nothing against plastic surgery. Personally, I don't. A lot of women have said, women that after they start having babies, breast fall nakata. Belly gets destroyed and everything from the excess weight and weight loss after the, you know, the way the belly stretches, whatever, and they want to go. Yeah, the only thing I advocate, remember the difference between speaking against and advocating. I advocate, you know, personally, I think people should, I feel like some are unnecessary. For me, I don't see the beauty in BBL. Personally, I don't, right? Another thing that I'm not a fan of is see the face. I'm not a fan of people touching their faces. I think it's just me. I like the idea of the face aging naturally. Aging without any, you know what I mean? So that in many years to come, when the person look at a picture of them then and just see your natural aging process, I think it's a beautiful thing. Use the best moisturizers in the world you can use. Use whatever you can do to help your skin to stay as healthy as possible or whatever. But if you don't have, maybe you had a car crash and you had a scar and you need to fix it, or you broke your nose and it needs to be fixed, or something happened, I personally advocate, I don't speak against it, it's not mine, but I advocate for people to let their faces age naturally. It's only an opinion, it's not a. So talking about, going back a bit about plastic surgery, there are people that outrightly say, oh, guys, you have not seen anything. You see, in Nigeria, they burn some people, they go get 6 fingers. Nigeria, they will leave it. And I said, Western society, I have seen, most of the time they cut it off, because most of the time that 6th one is just dangling there, no matter how big or small. Typically, they have no function, so they remove it so that the children can have usual regular hands. Right? Let's not forget some people are born with a cleft palate, where they have this kidney in their roof of their mouth and even cut all the way, and they get it fixed. There are women that are born with nothing on the chest at all. When I say nothing, flat chest completely, and they go and get breast augmentation just to get a bit of something. Maybe like say they still follow get breast as a woman. You know, there was this American lady that had 8 babies at the same time, and her belly did stretch after the babies came out. You can see the difference. Her belly was destroyed. She had to go and do tummy tuck to remove the extra whatever. Science and technology, medicine is there to help us when we need it. But I personally have concern when people go on to things I feel like it's unnecessary. It's really a concern. It's everybody's choice at the end of the day. But going back to what I'm saying, I'm looking at Regina. I have not seen it. Maybe I never look well. I don't see her like someone that did plastic surgery. From what I remember, she has always had this big, huge laps. You see, I may be wrong, but I feel like the bum and the leg, they match. The weight gain is on her bum and is on her legs as well. And like I said, it's on her arms, on her face, it's all over, right? And then they're talking about how boobies, they look like they've increased. The thing is, you forget that boobies are full of fat. If she's gained a lot of weight all over her body, of course, fatness go follow go there now. If she lose a lot of weight, fatness go follow come off for there too. I may be wrong, but this is what, you know, I think. you know, at the end of the day, it's her life and her choices to make whatever she wants to do with it. All you can do is advise or whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, everybody have their own lives to live and their own choices to make. I don't know what you guys think. Do you think she got anything done or she didn't get anything done? And what are your opinions about Tonto Dikeh speaking about leaving this world? Do you think people should avoid speaking about leaving this world, or do you think is a common topic, just like we can talk about anything else? People should be comfortable to talk about death and dying as well. As always, this is my opinion I shared in this video, and as always, whatever your opinions are, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye bye.